world moves fast. Your workday? Even faster. Pitching products, drafting reports, analyzing data. Microsoft 365 Copilot is your AI assistant for work. Built into Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and other Microsoft 365 apps you use. Helping you quickly write, analyze, create, and summarize. So you can cut through clutter and clear a path to your best work. Learn more at Microsoft.com/M365 Copilot.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. Stop waiting around for the perfect candidate. Instead, use Indeed sponsored jobs to find the right people with the right skills fast. It's a simple way to make sure your listing is the first candidates see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs have 4 times more applicants than non-sponsored jobs. So go build your dream team today with Indeed. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
This episode is brought to you by MeUndies. Flowers die in 3 days. Matching underwear from MeUndies? That's a gift that lasts. MeUndies creates matching prints for couples and friends. Same adorable designs in different cuts for each of you. All made from their signature ultramodal fabric that feels impossibly soft. With 30 million pairs sold and 90,000 five-star reviews, MeUndies matching prints are the perfect gift. This Valentine's, get exclusive deals up to 50% off at MeUndies.com/Spotify. Code SPOTIFY.
Imagine that this line represents time. Present 1985. Future. Past. Prior to this point in time, somewhere in the past, the timeline skewed into this tangent, creating an alternate 1985. Alternate to you, me, and Einstein. Reality for everyone else.
Bro, how do you feel about the 19th president of the Republic of the United States, bro?
Dum-da-dum. That's my prez, dude.
Did you catch that? Catch what I said there?
The 19th?
The 19th president of the Republic of the United States.
Who's been the president of the democracy? Who's been both?
That's better.
Yeah, that is better, Jake.
That
Oh,
looks
you got a
good.
wig on?
Shut up.
Yeah, dude, the 19th president of the Republic of the United States. Not the 47th president of the United States of America. The United States of America is the corporation.
What are we talking about right now?
Bro, you want to go deep tonight? How deep you guys want to go?
I'll go
Okay.
deep. I don't know what we're talking about. Are we going to talk about the UFO disclosure thing or the 6 planets aligning tomorrow after the inauguration? Which I don't think it's related, but anyway. Or, I don't know, the reptilians, the deep
I was
state.
just thinking that we talk about the 19th president of the Republic of the United States,
Sure, let's go with that.
Donald J. Trump.
I don't.
Donald J. Gould, dude.
What do you mean when you say the Republic of the United States versus the United States of America?
See, that's the question. The United States of America is a corporation. The Republic of the United States is the country, the United States. Right? Back in 1871, they passed some shenanigans. They basically dissolved the Republic of the United States and implemented the corporation, the United States of America. Now, some say that that corporation has recently been dissolved and that 47 is actually number 19, the 19th president of the Republic of the United States.
Well, if after the republic dissolved and now the corporation has dissolved, is the republic back, or do we have
Well,
number one president of something new?
that could also be, but it's a good question. All I know is that if you listen to like the rhetoric and if you listen to the speeches very carefully, by the way, people, I don't necessarily know if this is true or not. I'm just regurgitating what I've seen on Twitter all day today, which is super fascinating to me. Trump did not place his hand on the Bible during the inauguration. Okay. So people are like, oh, what is this? Okay. I saw something the other day that was like, no, listen, they're going to swear him in at midnight, and the charade that they're going to give the people is a charade, and that they've dissolved the corporation of the United States of America, and they're bringing back like this whole resurgence thing. If you listen to like when Trump announced that he was running for president, or I don't remember if it was he was running or if he was elected, there's a clip rolling around. It might be AI, I don't know, but it says that I'm running for president of the Republic of the United States, not for president of the United States of America. He specifically chose those terms. So then it makes you wonder, wait a minute, is there something like deeper going on with this whole deep state? You know, the law, by the way, is 1871. What is it? The District of Columbia Organic Act of 1871 was a law that established a single municipal government for the District of Columbia. It repealed the charters of Washington and Georgetown and dissolved the three major political subdivisions of the district. What did the act do? Established a single district corporation for the entire federal territory. Dissolved the governments of Washington County, the city of Washington, and Port of Georgetown, extended the general laws of Washington to the former Georgetown. What happened after the act? Congress repealed the territorial government in 1874. Direct rule by Congress continued until the District of Columbia Home Rule Act was passed in 1973. So they've been on this whole like weird thing. Something's been going on for like 100 years.
That's a long time.
Right.
To go from 1870 to 1970 with like a congressional rule of the United States. And now something different.
Some QAnon shit. I don't know, bro, but it's interesting. But we could talk about aliens. I just thought that was interesting. I felt like sharing that with
I
the
haven't
world.
heard anything about aliens. I don't go on X. So, Jake, fill me in. What's
It
going
was
on?
a pilot that was working with Department of Homeland Security, I think, or the CIA, and he was part of the UFO crash retrieval program, and a British news channel called News Nation, I believe, sat down with him and did a whole like, I guess, whistleblowing sort of thing on what he did, and he showed videos of them retrieving an egg-shaped UFO, or so he said, that it was definitely of non-human intelligence. And then he ended up getting radioactively charged by one of the objects that they retrieved out in the he called it the range. It was a bombing in aircraft test facility out in the middle of some desert that you wouldn't disclose the location of. But he actually had videos of it. He had videos of him setting this thing down on the ground on a 150-foot long line from the bottom of his helicopter. And they went back into his background and found that he was who he said he was, that he had the qualifications that he said he was, or that he said he did. He was I'll say he was a traveling engine mechanic with the, I'll look up News Nation.
Are we recording or are we live? We're not live. We're just recording.
We are. It says we're live.
No, this is live recording.
Live and recording.
Oh, am I just losing my mind over here?
Probably. Look up.
Dude, still plugged in. Unplug from the Matrix for a second, Jeff.
Yeah, right.
Sorry.
Take the red pill real quick.
News Nation UFO or UAP.
Do we trust the British?
Well, I mean, yes and no, I suppose.
Once a red coat, always a red coat.
Let's see.
I stand with Mel Gibson. My favorite meme of all
Jacob
time
Barber.
is that meme. Jacob
Barber.
My favorite meme of all time is the meme where it's like, where do you see yourself in 10 years? And it's the shot of Mel Gibson standing behind the tree with the redcoats passing behind him, and he's got like the musket and he's like getting ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready to turn on the British at any moment, dude.
Hey,
They're
man.
over there locking people up for Facebook posts. So anyway, this Barber fellow.
Yeah. So last 30 years, it says he's worked in an official and an unofficial capacity with the United States government for UFO crash retrieval programs. and he talked about coming up on one of the he's like, as far as like his disclosure went, he's like, I don't know where these objects went after we sent them. He's like, my only job was the helicopter pilot. So I would fly the helicopter, we go pick up whatever it was. Sometimes it'd be a crate, maybe it was empty, maybe it had something in it, who knows. Sometimes it was a craft of some kind, whether that was our intelligence or some other entity. He's like, I don't know. He's like, but I would take these objects to a location and they would get loaded onto trucks and they'd be zipped off. He's like, as far as like, as soon as I dropped it off, I had no idea what happened to them after that, where they went, you know, where they came from. He's like, this is all the whole thing. And so it was just interesting to me. I was listening to it, and at one point he was talking about getting, zapped with radiation, and I heard it right away. They were talking about his his skin on his arms was falling off, right? Type stuff, and he was getting crazy headaches and everything, and his entire team got really, really sick. And I was like, that sounds like radiation exposure. You know, that sounds like radiation burns. There it is. There's that egg. So this is the video that he took, and I'm just curious why on a secret or top secret operation of retrieving a UFO, UAP, or whatever sort of aircraft this may have been, and why was he recording a video of it that he then got to keep? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Doesn't make any sense. Also, this is the exact plot line of Transporter, but with aliens. And he's British. Jason Statham. Never look in the package. Like, come on. However, it does line up with other people's stories about stuff. You know?
Yeah.
It's just like, I'm looking at this video and here's like a still shot of it. Like, it doesn't look like anything. I mean, it's an egg-shaped object, but like, so it's not doing anything. Like, it's just on a rope. Like, it's like they could literally be lowering down fucking anything, and then this guy could just be a fucking shill psyoping some UFO stuff, right?
Yeah, no, it totally could be. I know. It's just like, I definitely had some questions about it. I know at one point he started crying because he was talking about some like feminine type energy that like intersected with his psyche while he went to go pick up one of these UAPs or whatever it was, and felt like he was being contacted telepathically. And then he talked about the gosh, I can't remember the term he used for them, but they were basically the psychics that are in the U.S. government that call these UAPs down and get them to land so they can, I imagine, essentially reverse engineer the technology or whatever. And then at one point there was a slight demonstration where they had some of these guys, they were blindfolded, had noise canceling headphones on, they're sitting in lawn chairs at the range or at this location they were at, and they started reaching out psychically, I suppose, to these entities, and stuff started showing up in the sky, but it was pretty unclear. It was pretty blurry.
Yeah, that's the CE5 thing, man. That's what Dr. Greer and like his whole spiel is. Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind is where the human beings do what you're talking about. They go out in groups of people and they meditate or try to astral project or whatever it is that they're, and then they're bringing in these craft and stuff. And, you know, like, I have a problem with that, and don't even really get me started on Dr. Greer, because like, depending on the day, you know, I could make an argument of why he's shilling, right? But it's like, how many people around the world sit around and like really truly want to interact with something like this, and they don't just show up? It's always these like groups, these organizations, does this make is where I'm going make sense? Like, it seems like you don't get to do it, I don't get to do it, but if you're hanging out with Greer or you're hanging out with some of these like special access programs, all of a sudden now we can like manifest these craft.
It's like, it wasn't the lady at Elmwood that called herself the intergalactic ambassador that called something like this in. Someone who really, really wants them to show up. It's some, you know, alphabet soup agency that's able to somehow do it.
Some fucking NGO or something, right? Or whatever it is. I don't know. It's just, it's odd to me that that's the case. it's like I'll say what I always say when we talk about UFOs and aliens. Like, why don't they just show up in Times Square, like downtown Orlando, or it's always in like a secret military base or some bomb range somewhere. It's or interacting with fighter pilots. Which is always why I think it's got to be some connection to them, right? A contractor or something like that. To me, voice to skull technology is a thing for real, and like astral projecting and like mind speak telekinesis, not telekinesis, but like telepathic communications. That's all real stuff that we've read in documents that the CIA has put out.
Yeah.
So to me, it's not too far fetched to think that some contractor, let's just say Raytheon, has these advanced UAPs, and when these organizations go out and do their little spiel, Raytheon shows up, right? Like when they're telepathically communicating, not communicating with Zeta Reticulans, they're communicating with fucking Raytheon employees, and they're showing up in UAPs, and everybody's like, oh my God, we did it.
Right.
I think there may be something to like, you think like these entities, anytime they showed up in the past, right? They're primitive or ancient, that's not necessarily primitive, but like older civilizations, they were all hailed as like some deity or a god. And then people had done their bidding after that, or some kind of service was given to them. You think of like the fish god Dagon thing that came out and told the tribe, the African tribe, about Sirius C, which you can't even see with a telescope, or and anything that we could have made by hand. So it's like those kinds of things. But then like that iconography then carries on. This Dagon god is like known all across the world. But like if one of these things showed up in Times Square, New York, somebody's going to try to shoot it, or like, or it's not going to have the same effect. It's not really the spectacle. I don't think that they're after. It's the service. If you got a bunch of money grubbing NGOs that are trying to get some secrets for service, I think that you might actually, there might be a case for some of these black budget groups getting the contact, since they're the ones that can actually carry out the bidding at scale. You gotta think, we're talking at scale here. We're talking billions and billions of people, as opposed to some tribe somewhere that was kind of powerful at the time. We're talking the modern day Egypt of the time, of like, this is the empire. We're appearing to Pharaoh. We're going to make Pharaoh big and mighty, and he's going to kill a lot of babies for us, or whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Well, when I think about like UAP tech, right, and then I think about how long these sightings have been going on, like you said, going back to like ancient peoples, right? There's been weird shit happening, right? And just in our like technological era, right? This last 150 years, apparently we've been like retrieving craft and like reverse engineering stuff, right? So I think everybody listening can agree that at least to some extent, Raytheon and etc. have versions of these things right now. Whether they're like super advanced or not, who knows? But we've got something spooky, right, in the hangar bay. So it's just like, when I think about that, and I think about the amount of time that's passed, and I think about the technology progression that us as the public have gotten in that period of time, what I really like to think about is like, is there actually a galactic federation of some kind, right? Is there a breakaway civilization of humans using, Battlestar Galactica type shit, or Starship Enterprises out there doing cool stuff, and we just don't know about it, right? Like, is Space Force actually up there doing some Space Force shit, right? Some Star Wars shit. And we're all over here thinking like, oh my God, there's a UAP. And it's like, no, bro, like they're actually just, they're doing like wild shit, bro. Because they must have like the looking glass technology, right? You remember talking about looking glass? So they can like look into the future with technology and these types of things. So if the communication is happening, it probably is happening behind some sealed bunker door somewhere, if they're not showing up in Times Square. You see what I'm saying?
One or the other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I would think that the opposing view of that is, my whole thing, even if it's not demonic, it's spiritual in nature, in which case a bullet isn't going to do diddly squat. So showing up in Times Square, even if someone shot a nuke at it, it'd be like, okay, well, I mean, there's no physical body to destroy. But then there are also physical objects, like this thing didn't just lower a spirit being onto the ground and it made a shadow, right? Type stuff. So it's just like there are physical objects. So I think it's a mixture between. I don't know if the federal government would ever, even for a mass delusion thing, ever appear in Times Square, one of their craft or one of their drones or whatever the heck these are, because they know someone like me is going to, shoot a bazooka at that thing. I'm just going to be like, I've had this 3D printer for a reason, and I'm just going to send it, right? So, I mean,
shoot first, ask questions later.
Yeah. So I'm just going to go for it. So yeah, I don't know. It's definitely seems really squirrely that it's really only seems like the only clear, with as many sightings as there are, the only really clear images we get from them are when they're made by AI, which is fooling a tremendous amount of people these days, especially the boomer generation. I see that on Facebook.
Me too, dude.
Boomers being, fooled by AI and stuff. But then also, oh, he's going to the rabbit. He's running away. But also, whenever it's some like government type entity that's like, okay, well, we're going to work on calling these things in, and suddenly they magically appear, as if it's like, as if it's like a Blue Angel fly over the Super Bowl type stuff. It's just like they're already going to go there. We're just going to pretend that we're going to call them in so that it, I guess, continues with the illusion or the fantasy that they're somehow controlled through thoughts or whatever it is, just to, I guess, maybe scare the populace into thinking they're way bigger than they actually are, versus they're just super advanced craft we've been working on for 50 years in a bunker somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, we could speculate. I'm going to go back to the video for a second, because it just made me think of something. Like when you said that this is possibly like a spiritual thing, because I believe that as well. So what's a dude carrying with a rope on the bottom of the Blackhawk or whatever? And it's like, you know what I mean? And it's like, the only reason you would, in my mind, and I'm not military or anything like that, but in my mind, the only reason you're going to send the helicopter out there with this dude and his crew to go pick this thing up, dangle it from a rope, fly it back however many miles and drop it off where you try, is because it's like one of our things, right? It's like, Frank in the other agency fucked up, so let's go get the thing and drop it back off. You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking this is. So, but again, you have the shilling and the psyopery of UAPs, and I think part of it isn't so much to distract or confuse like us as it is to do that to like our adversaries, right? Like if Iran, China, North Korea, etc., have even like a 1%.
There's something we're all afraid of.
Something that's all around us, but we avoid at all costs.
But when we start to understand it, we learn some fundamental things about being human.
What we fear, but also what we love, and what we're capable of when we work together.
We're talking about cancer.
Interested in science, medicine, wellness, or just what it means to be a person? Listen to Smarter Than Cancer, brought to you by Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center.
New episodes every other Thursday wherever you get your podcasts.
What if your paycheck showed up with a plan? Fruitful builds you one, then sets up a smart account structure and splits your income to fund your bills, spending, savings, and investing every time you get paid. Stop reacting to your money. Start directing it. Learn more at Fruitful.com.
Are you a player in the private equity industry? Troutman Pepper Locke is one of the leading national law firms focusing on middle market private equity. Our podcast, PE Pathways, brings on deal makers to share their thoughts on trends and developments. We do a deep dive into the M&A industry with topics around tax and employment issues, regulatory developments, and much more. Check out PE Pathways wherever you get your podcasts.
% thought that maybe the U.S. has UAPs.
Right.
They might think twice. Does that make sense? Like if I'm like Putin or Xi Jinping's like war advisor or whatever, right? Like, of course, in my equations that I present to these people, it's not 0% chance that the U.S. has advanced UAP technology that they could obliterate us with. You know what I mean? So I think that's part of what this propaganda psyop is, it's not all like blue beam shit, even though I rant about that. I think part of it is just like, hey, man, we got to make sure that China thinks we've got these things so like they stay in check. And maybe we do have these things. So
maybe China has these things.
Yeah.
Oh, who's in the chat? We got Jeremy in the chat. Joneson's in the chat.
was in the
Moore's
chat.
in the chat. What's up, everybody?
Jeremy looks like absolute garbage.
So something you can do that's cool, Jake, since you haven't hosted on here before, if you hover your mouse over a comment, you can show it on stream, which is a cool function.
What do you mean? You mean like I could pin it?
Yeah, like it'll hover. Like pick one and just do.
I'm hovering over a first-time chat by Nate and Maples.
Oh, are you in Twitch? No, I'm talking about in Riverside.
Oh, yeah, no, I was in Twitch.
Yeah, in Riverside.
Oh, I see.
It'll bring it up on the screen. There it is.
Oh, hello, Nate and Maples.
Cool.
Minneapolis,
But,
gotcha.
Minneapolis.
Well, that's pretty close. Hello from Menominee. Not these guys, though.
Nah, dude, we're in Ukraine.
Fighting the good fight. Laundering all the money.
That's funny. No, but you know what, dude? I do think that I think that there's two classes of things. I think you have your government, or it's probably not government. It's probably contractor things, and then you have your spiritual warfare thing that's happening. Right? I do think that there's some interdimensional, demonic, angelic beings that are here and always have been here, probably.
Right.
Or maybe they come and go. I don't know what the case is, but there is some weird interactions that are happening as well. The thing is I don't think that any of those interactions get caught on camera. Homeboy from Pentagon is not telling us about that in the hearings. That's all.
If those are involved, they're involved in like a way deeper level, like with CERN and stuff like that, not being caught on by the Nimitz flying around above them type stuff, right?
Exactly. Now, let me ask you this, because you were in the military, right? Like, let's say there's like a training operation, Operation A, okay? Training operation, whatever.
Okay.
Will another branch or organization or whatever piggyback on that operation to do their operation and not necessarily inform everybody that's involved in this operation? Does that ever happen?
Well, let's just say from my perspective of a mechanic or an electrician on aircraft, we don't know anything that's going on, right? So from our end, who knows? I think it's like one of my biggest bones to pick of both of the Top Gun movies is when all of the flight deck crew run out applauding and cheering when Tom Cruise gets out of his enemy jet that he's captured, as if they have any idea what just occurred, because they don't, right? So I'm like, this is complete horse crap.
Like there's a TV in there, like everybody's just watching a live feed.
Yeah, right. Like, yeah, sure. It's like, why is a MiG landing on the boat right now, right? That would pretty much be the thing. And then I see him get out and be like, okay, what happened? What is this? They're not running up and applauding, right? They're not broadcasting what's going on through the ship's 1MC. The ground crews don't know diddly squat about what's going on. Now, would the Army and the Air Force, or the Army and the Marines, or the Marines and the Navy, or whoever, right, go hand in hand to work on an op together, and then the upper leadership, like the pilots, know what's going on? Sure, why not? But there would never be a circumstance in which case where the Navy is out doing testing on, like I got to see them shoot what are they called, freaking missiles, right, from a boat when we were doing Baltic Sea Ops. And that's all strategically coordinated because they are flying a drone out there. They're targeting it with the the rockets and they're shooting them down, all that sort of stuff. You need to
I mean,
know
you
exactly what's going on so that some guy doesn't fly a jet in between that and get intercepted and get blown out of the sky, right? So there would never be a circumstance in which there's a hardcore op going on or a test or something like that, and another military entity would show up to do theirs at the exact same time without further disclosure of, hey, this is what we're doing, this is the altitude, this is X, Y, and Z. Now it would make sense, if there was that sort of communication and you just had some random guy that was standing watch looking through the night vision scope and saw some like triangular shaped aircraft above them and would have no idea what was going on, because we're not on the operational side. We're literally running the ship and running security and maintaining the aircraft and doing all this sort of stuff as enlisted people do. We're not privy to that sort of information like the lieutenants and the commanders and the captains and the admirals and all this sort of stuff, right? Or the generals or the commodore, right? These sorts of people that would have full knowledge of everything that was going on. So, of course, there would be some confusion if something like that were to occur, right? And it could have just been the fact that they wanted to see if they flew this aircraft over the Nimitz, whether it would get picked up on radar. Because, those triangle shapes and things like that, that's why all of our bombers and all of our stealth fighters all have those weird geometric shapes and stuff on them, because it deflects radar. They're not supposed to be able to get picked up. So it'd be a really good test to be like, hey, we're going to fly it over this warship or this, aircraft carrier or whatever it is and see if we can get picked up on radar. And just so happens that some peon enlisted guy was looking up through the thermal scope and saw it and was like, holy crap, what's that? That makes a lot of sense.
See, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that's probably what it was, because I was literally pulling up like the TR-3B and I was trying to find that footage too, because clearly that's a TR-3B or like a newer version of it, right? I'm sure that's a different name, different patent, but the TR-3B is definitely in that family of aircraft or spacecraft. So yeah, it's just like obvious to me. Like, this is just us fucking around with us,
Yeah. And that would be the thing too, right? Because, you get the B-2 bomber or the F-35 or even the Raptor, right? They look super neat because they have all those, weird angles on them and stuff to deflect radar. If we look at ourselves and our capabilities on our own ships and say, well, we have probably the most advanced radar in the world, if we can't pick this up, then China is not going to be able to pick this up, or Russia is not going to be able to pick this up. So that is what it looks like to me, that these things were flown over this ship to say like, hey, we're going to fly over at this time. We want to, or at some point during the night, and you tell us if you were able to pick us up and at what time we flew over you. And it just so happened that there was a boat crew guy that was looking up and was like, oh, shoot, what's that? Or even maybe just some lieutenant somewhere, who knows, some ensign looked up, at 01 and was just like, oh, what's that? When Commander so-and-so knows exactly what that is because they saw it or they didn't see it on radar, right? But they knew something was going to fly over. Hey, can we pick it up? Can we track it? Because if we're going for stealth and for, watching over our enemies and flying these black objects at night, that we for damn sure want to make sure that they can't see us.
What I find interesting is that
even the reason why that guy was able to get it on video, how close do we have to be for you to actually pick us up on radar or at all, type stuff. Can you see us if we're 100 feet above the ship? Can you see us if we're 10,000 feet above the ship? Type stuff.
And so like, the guy who's like dropping this egg-shaped thing off in the desert, like he just drops the thing off in the desert and leaves?
Pretty much. He sets it down in a disclosed location, and then they roll out, and then it gets loaded up onto trucks, and it drives away. And
I'm smelling fish, dude. I mean, if you're gonna tell me, hey, buddy, we're gonna give you this alien-looking object, and you're going to drop it off in the desert, and you're just going to fly away. Don't ask any questions. I'm asking all of the questions.
All of them, right? Yes.
All of them. So for them to even say something to me, it's kind of just like, what, do you want me to go out there and start saying that it's alien technology? Like, is that what you're like seeding me with? You're priming me to go and be like, This is aliens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like weird to have a guy who can transport the object. He can see that there's an object. It's not in a box or a package. It's out.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't even put it in a duffel bag. They put Coke in a duffel bag. They didn't put this alien thing in a duffel bag. They dropped that off bare bones. Just drop it.
The way he described it is that it landed, and then he went to retrieve it.
Still, I don't know, man.
Right. Yeah, no,
That video
it's
looked
very
like a
weird. And
drop-off.
my question was, I was like, wow, great video. Why was he taking a video of this top secret, retrieval?
Yeah.
And why was he able,
put the GoPro
if nothing
on
else,
and
why
said-
was he able to retain the video? Right?
That's what I'm saying, man. Chill, dude.
People get freaking popped with putting secret documents next to their Ferraris in their garages, right? There's no way
Crisis
he's not going to get popped just holding on to videos of crash retrievals and stuff. Oh, whatever, no biggie.
Crisis actor, bro.
Recorded it on his phone in night vision. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Like, does go? I mean, it's not a GoPro. Does GoPro have night vision mode on it like that?
no, that was probably a recording through the plane or the helicopter's FLIR. So the forward-looking infrared or whatever underneath the bird, or from his NVGs, because he says that all of the retrievals happen at night, so he's always wearing NVGs. So that would make sense for the green, but I put on NVGs before, and I haven't seen ones that record, but I believe that's a thing because we're able to see. Like, I know, I don't know. I've heard that when we have like SEALs going in and doing their thing, that they're able to record what's going on through their night vision, stuff like that, and it gets sent back to, headquarters or whoever, so they can also see what's going
That's
on,
so
right?
sick.
Maybe that's a thing, maybe not. I don't know. It's
Dude, those
weird.
feeds are so sick. If those are real feeds, I'm sure those are real feeds, bro. And they're probably so fucking sick, dude. Imagine, because you're not like there, like you're not in danger, right? So just watching the feeds, you're probably just like adrenaline through the roof, but no real danger, right? You're probably just jacked into that feed, like through the eyes of a Navy SEAL as he's going on.
That seems sick. Like, it's sick in a twisted way.
Oh yeah, for
Like,
sure, man, for sure. But
you're
like,
watching some Navy SEAls stick a knife up some Arab dude's butt for
just
like
going
3
in,
hours.
bro.
It's just kinda like,
It's like fucking, bro.
Oof.
seems pretty sick. You want to change to a different channel? They're probably like, "Hey guys, you're going to change to a different channel real quick."
Dude, those fucking feeds are probably sick, dude.
Can you pull that video back up of the
Yeah, I can.
of that thing? Because I want to see if it has. One thing I know about NVGs is that it can kind of trip people out because you have a really hard time with depth perception while wearing them.
That's what I was saying.
And so if that
doesn't look like a 150-foot line,
right, so
You got no
yeah.
like distance.
So I just want to see if it looks more like a 2D versus a 3D sort of video, because that's, we used to put them on the boat and jack around all the time and like look at each other and stuff like that. And it was literally, it would be kind of trippy because it was like, oh, this is, my buddy is right up against this wall versus being 20 feet in front of it. It was like really hard to kind of see that depth.
Yeah, see, I mean, that could be 2 feet, that could be 100, depending on how, like, there's no depth per se. Like, there's nothing to say scale at all.
So I think that is a real video. Now, what it's a real video of, that's the question.
I thought it was at night too. What's casting that big friggin' shadow?
That's a good question.
Shadow man over here, dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's not a down shadow. That's an out shadow. There's a light, obviously right there, because it's not a super big shadow. There's a light right there.
Yeah.
That's the truck he's sitting in front of. I don't know, man. It definitely was interesting, and I liked hearing his account, and definitely that they were able to verify who this guy was, that he had a top secret clearance through NATO, like weird stuff. Like, he's like, oh, really interesting stuff. And his story was kind of weird, talking about going from being an Air Force mechanic to getting out of the Air Force, and then suddenly he's a helicopter pilot with government as a private contractor and stuff. I was like, he skipped the whole part where he had to get his helicopter license, I guess, but or his pilot's license, But it was they were able to verify who he was, and also to the point where they talked to other people he had been on operations with. What sort of a guy is he? Is he trustworthy? That sort of stuff. And then they were able to corroborate who he was and everything. And that's cool. And that's great. I mean, you could corroborate everything about my life, and I could still lie to your face and try to push a shill narrative, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
now, here, Jeff, go Google if this guy's got a book coming out soon.
Yeah,
we'll get right to the bottom of it.
Oh, guaranteed he's got a book coming out, bro.
Does he have an AG1 sponsorship on his podcast? Because then we know what's going on here.
Like greens. For real.
I don't know if they're a sponsor of this show, guys. Look, they're great.
Yeah. We're going to go for Element. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
definitely interesting.
There's some fish there, but also, I mean, look, this is the thing that this is one of the things you can show so easily for, because it's obvious all of human civilization couldn't have been lying that there are things that contact them. Literally every single ancient civilization, even up to Christianity and everybody's got this thing that's visited them or documented it. It's every single one of them. So it's a real thing.
Right.
And you also have thousands of years of records of it. So it's in the zeitgeist. So if you wanted to make something up, it's not like you're making up something that's novel. You'd be like, oh yeah, something came out of the ocean, or we know these things have a proclivity for water. So your story just needs to be water-based. It's over the coast.
Sure. Yeah.
It was in the Gulf. It was, you know what I mean?
And then it's hard to debate it, really,
Exactly.
You even have to have a video
triangle
of it,
shapes, Yeah, you know the shapes, you know the color, you know the little green man, it's like those things are just kind of there. So it's like you got a story that's like that. Now, granted, the Tic Tac thing was kind of out of nowhere. I hadn't heard Tic Tac shapes. That's what I was like, oh, interesting. Haven't heard that one. That was kind of different. Everything was like flying saucers and these like disc things.
Yeah, no.
You get the Tic Tac and you go,
No, because I've heard of, they didn't use the term Tic Tacs, but I've seen plenty of drawings of, experiencers that have seen stuff that look like Tic Tacs or small cigar shaped craft, or, just weird oblong, sphere type craft. Just, so there's plenty of craft that could be like Tic Tac shaped. So I don't know. The term, they just hit it with a label when.
Okay.
That's what I think happened. I think when the pilot came out and that's the term he was using, that just became like the common term for that shape of craft, if that makes sense.
Gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha. I never heard of that. So
yeah, I mean, I don't know, but to me, like the real psyop is that these things are coming from somewhere else in outer space. Like that to me is the real psyop.
Sure.
If you want to go deep on this, I mean, they could psyop us all day long on like, whose craft is it? What is the craft? Blah, blah, blah. Right. But really, they're trying to tell us like, hey, this is coming from outer space, another planet. And I think that's the real psyop, right? Because I don't necessarily think space is fucking real. Space is fake and gay as far as I'm concerned. So these things are definitely coming from here or from a spiritual world, a spiritual realm.
Either way, it'd be something to not want to divulge to the public. You tell people they're from outer space and there's no way to verify that, whatever, right? It's just like,
well, there's also like, you think about how vast the universe is, that there's materials or things that don't behave certain ways that they do on Earth. If you could go into another plane and traverse that with ease and bring things not necessarily back from a spiritual realm. If it's spirit, there's not necessarily material from a traditional looking standpoint.
Sure.
But if distance isn't the same, and you could go in and then come out somewhere else, get something, come back, or these things could do it for you since it's not inhabitable to us, but the materials could be. That's that give and take where it's like, I want some cool trinkets from other places in the galaxy, and then we'll do whatever.
I just want an M1 Grand. I'll do it all for an M1 Grand. Go pop.
I don't think other places in the galaxy is a thing, man. I think just the concept of galaxies is fake, bro. Like the whole idea of us being a floating speck of dust in almost infinite expansion of universe is scarcity at its like like core. That is scarcity, right? Hey man, this is like our only little planet, and we've never met anybody, we've never heard of anybody, like we're the only ones, man, in all of this. And it's just like, number one, it's depressing, right? And it's fucking wild to think about. And it's like, what? So you're telling me like we'll never contact anybody as far as we're concerned, right? So there's all of this scarcity built into that idea. So like, space is fake, bro. These things are not coming from Zeta Reticuli or Mars or fucking the moon or a different galaxy. They're not coming from those places. Those places.
That kind of bums me out. That bums me out more. That they're not coming from somewhere in space. Yeah, because Destiny was freaking sick, dude.
Movies are cool, man. Movies are great,
dude.
But
you got some like big demon looking thing living in the rings of Saturn. Like that's come on, dude.
You have these extraterrestrials, man. They just come from extra terra. They come from extra lands, right? So if you want to really go down, like we get beyond what we know of as the ice wall, right, or this Antarctic continent, depending on how directionally challenged you are with the models. What is past there? It's extra terra, extra land, and these beings are just coming from.
What about intraterrestrial? Like
Could be intraterrestrial
in the Earth,
and then you got like crypto-terrestrial and like these types of things. You know,
they're in the Bitcoin.
Time travels. No, they're not in the Bitcoin, bro. Thank God.
What's crypto-terrestrial?
That's like time travel, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, like time traveling.
You say anything crypto, dude. I'm in today's terms for it. I'm thinking that Dogecoin's got demons in it.
Yeah, I don't know. That's my mindset today, anyways. These things are definitely coming from space because space is not real.
Your leadership team is demanding AI automation. Your employees are already using it, just not the tools you approved. Shadow AI is spreading across your organization, creating security vulnerabilities, compliance risks, and fragmented solutions you can't control. But what if your teams could innovate faster while staying completely secure? That's what Area delivers, a unified platform that combines AI security, governance, and orchestration, so you never have to choose between innovation and protection. Take control today and embrace enterprise AI. Visit Area.com to learn more. That's AIRIA.com.
Business owners, if you're using that flat rate Square Peg merchant account, you're getting robbed. A debit card may only cost 1.5%, yet you're charged 2.6% or more. With Risk-Free Merchant, you get true wholesale rates, saving up to 30%. Prefer zero fees? Our dual pricing solution passes them to the customer. And with our cashback rewards program, you earn 2.5% back every month. From high-risk online to low-risk mom and pop, call 855-400-7475 or visit riskfreemerchant.com. Get paid to get paid.
It's football season, and you can now get almost anything you need for game day delivered with Uber Eats. What do we mean by almost? Well, you can't get a running back delivered, but you can get baby back ribs delivered. A strong defense? No. A strong deodorant? Yes. A six-pack of abs? Nope. Six-pack of beer? Yes. Get almost anything for game day delivered with Uber Eats, official on-demand food delivery partner of the NFL. Order now. Alcohol 21 plus and in select cities. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
Have you guys seen the big beam? Was that fake? Did I get tricked?
The big
Which one?
bean?
The beam.
Beam.
There's like there's a video going around and like this blue beam that's getting blasted into the sky, and it's like pretty focused, but then there's a clear like break in it, and then it like fragments out a little bit after. It's really weird looking. You guys haven't seen that?
No, it's probably AI or something, dude.
It could be, man, but I don't know. I get this stuff is so tricky. It's tough. It's so tricky. I don't want to believe anything I see. I go, but then like that's the thing. It's like now you can put out whatever you want because no one's gonna believe it, and then they get to do their like, what's that thing called where they have to like tell you beforehand?
They have to disclose it?
Yeah, they have to disclose what they're doing or what they're interacting with before they can actually do it. But it's like, if now's the best time because everybody's going to think it's fake. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, they can operate with like impunity now because they're like, yeah, we're shooting lasers from space on people that don't have blue roofs. You're not going to believe it.
Or they could
of course, that is what we're doing.
Or they could
everybody's going to
make a fake video and publish it on an official website, and then everyone's going to think it's real.
Yeah, same. I saw a video today. It's like, and it was like from, I don't know, some like news thing, some offshoot news thing. And it was like Chinese are coat are covering the roofs with blue tarp, this blue material, and it's like a drone shot or like an aerial shot, like satellite shot of like the city a few years ago, and this the city now, and like 80% of the roofs are blue, and it's like, do they know something that we don't? And I'm like, bro, this could be fake, but dang, what if it's not?
That's an interesting one, man. The directed energy weapons. Have you seen this stuff, Jake? The blue laser stuff, right? And like, I know there's videos floating around of like the laser burning through like cloth of different colors, and then when it hits the blue cloth, like it's fine. And like I've seen other examples but the thing is you can actually program lasers to take out any color, right?
Yeah, I saw one with green.
From my understanding, right? Like if you program it, it'll nuke blue, and it won't nuke yellow, right? Or whatever you pick,
right?
So that's where it loses me with the like, oh look, the van wasn't melted and it's blue, and it's like, well, first of all, the fires weren't all just like the laser tracking across the land, right? Like you would only need the laser to start the fires. Right? You don't need the laser to like go through, sweep through the whole area, and then the only thing that's left is blue.
Well, the trees weren't blue and they were still there.
Right.
Yeah.
So to me, it's probably more like of a chemical or maybe not even chemical. It's probably frequency based fires.
They're just microwaving us.
Well, I mean, think about it. We could figure out what the vibrational like oscillation is to make fucking grass just ignite into fire. Guarantee you somebody's figured that out, right? At this point. So
it's just like,
and then
friction vision.
When you have millimeter wave technology, 5G all over the place, millimeter wave technology, you could broadcast whatever frequencies you really want to. So they could literally probably, I'm just speculating here, just nuke the grass using a 5G tower. Just, hey, use that one. Just grass goes up.
What if it was an accident like that? They're like trying to dial it in. They like lost connection. They're like, just what's the frequency? And there's some guy's just on a dial, and it's just like, it's just lighting everything on fire. It's like,
oh shoot.
Well, going back to the karmic thing where they have to tell us what they're doing, they're saying that, it was probably due to some lines, some power lines or something. Some, I don't know if they're saying power lines or if it's internet or whatever it was. They're blaming the infrastructure of the lines, right? And it's like, okay, well. And if you really want to go deep, man, they could really broadcast those frequencies from anything. It doesn't have to be millimeter wave technology. They can broadcast that through anything that's electric, right? I mean,
yeah, I guess as long as the sender's got that frequency capability, yeah.
So what? Some guy's driving down the street in his lowrider, blowing up his subs, and he just sets one of the houses on fire. And he just goes for it.
I mean, you guys ever get into like germ theory versus terrain theory?
Yeah.
And then like the idea that every time humanity invents like a new radio wave or a new frequency, right? Like there's a huge pandemic that happens. It's like they invented AM radio, and then there was like, I forget the order of diseases.
Spanish flu.
Right. And then the FM radio came out, and then there was the next one. And then the next radio frequencies came out, the 2G or whatever it was, boom. Then a bunch of people were getting sick over it. And then
SARS.
Right. And then they dropped 5G, back when the last one happened, and bam, and it's like.
Brownies. Yeah. I mean, and look, and homie's been saying, when the next one happens, and like, so it's like, what are we? And now there's the frequency thing happening. So like 5G came out, nothing was catching on fire in mass, right? And then, that wasn't, apparently that didn't get their attention, but the next one, hopefully we'll get more compliance. And now we're getting some sort of, I saw a video too of this lady, she's watching the live cams. I don't know if you've seen this. She's watching like the live cams of, one of those Topanga Canyons, I think. And she's like, I've been watching every day because I live out there, and I go out there, and I've been looking, but I wasn't there for a long time today. So I went back a few more hours than I normally do. And I see this like magnifying glass looking light moving across the canyon. And everyone's like, oh, it's a lens flare. It's a whatever. It's like, That ain't no lens flare, dude. It is like it's bright as can be outside, and there's a hot white light just moving across the trees, and it's like, what is that? That's not even that's not millimeter. That's not laser beam. That's like
focused light energy or something.
Magnifying glass in the sky. Focal beams.
It's like that movie Ants with the magnifying glass, and it just starts vaporizing the ants.
Could you imagine if that's how they're like looking at us? Like, oh, we're just gonna cook these guys. I mean, then the governor's like getting all excited about, you know, the land development. You saw that, the little dance he's doing about like, he's like, oh yeah, we got the prospectors coming out, and he's got this little shoulder dance happening. I'm talking to the governor of Hawaii, and we got the prospectors coming out to reimagine California, and friggin' Newsom's doing like a dang woo-hoo, little shoulder dance. It's like, yeah, act less coordinated, dude. Act like you're not in on it.
Act like you're not trying to make a 15-minute city where LA used to be.
You're just feeding Alex Jones.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Yeah, you are.
Just feeding them, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't put it past them to have like any of this crazy technology, honestly, because you think about just all the money that they print, you know, and all the money that's missing, and all the debt, and all the things, and it's just like, if just us three schmucks can just think of these random ideas, like, of course there's going to be some other schmuck with unlimited funding behind him thinking of these ideas too. Because I'll tell you right now, dude, if I knew that I could just reach over here and just fill out a blank check to the United States government for $3.5 billion, black budget never accounted for, bro, we're going to figure out how to make some of this stuff like tomorrow. We're going. I don't care. You know what I mean? Yeah. And we're going to have a nice office and shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's how it works, I think, man. They're just...
The first, we had a whole episode on it. The first weather modification was done in San Francisco. The first storm seeding was done in San Francisco. He flooded the whole city. They sued him for like what was like $10 billion back then.
Yeah, like $1 million in like 1800 some shit.
Yeah, it was all, I think, it was back in like the 1800s. We were only a country for like 50 years. And this guy's making seeding clouds over and flooding all San Francisco. So, and like, that's home court for them. They're always experimenting with stuff. And they talk, oh, this is climate change. When you're messing, you're literally changing the climate.
Yeah, sure.
Actively, locally changing the climate with some stuff. It wouldn't surprise me that someone was out there goofing around with some like new technology, and they there's an Arctic, Arctic tundra going around, the southeast of the United States. We should figure out a way to heat things up. Let's test it in dry California. Wouldn't surprise me. And then they just light the whole thing on fire.
Set a whole neighborhood on fire with the Santa Ana winds blowing 100 miles an hour. Oh, shoot.
It's not like it's the first time they've done it. It's all I'm saying. It's not like that's the first time they've experimented with something in California and destroyed an entire city.
Right. Yeah.
And we're talking 2025. They were doing that in the 1800s. So
I wonder if they're using the UAPs to like do some of the weather mod and like the climate change stuff, the fires and just the wild shit, because if that technology is like legit, like if you can do the maneuvers and all the stuff, like the energy that's required to do that kind of thing, you would think that they'd also be able to manipulate, stuff, right? Create tsunamis or create, disruptions in volcanoes and just weird shit, right? Just to enhance this whole climate thing, right? Because that's going to be the catalyst. I've been talking about this for years, bro, that the catalyst for the New World Order is going to be the climate crisis, because it's the one big invisible enemy that all of us can get behind and like nobody can really do anything about, especially when they're behind the scenes, like you're saying, doing the funny shit.
Well, you can also wipe out massive swaths of the population with, I didn't do that.
It was the climate.
Oh,
the climate.
We did an earthquake.
There was a hole in the ozone that suddenly sealed itself after all of you were dead.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, phantom giant, mega tsunami just wiped out Southeast Asia. I didn't do it.
Yeah. We didn't cause the
I have the
earthquake.
solution.
Yeah. We have the solution. More taxes, please.
Yes. And give us control.
Yeah.
Yes. We should put you in a smarter city, one that knows how to adjust for the pollution in the air. So there's no more earthquakes. And, you know, when countries that don't comply, they just get quaked out or volcanoed out. I wouldn't be surprised if the middle of the United States wasn't cooperating and they blew up the dang caldera in Yosemite Park or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sure they wouldn't, you know.
Bro, it was like Reagan or somebody. It was like a hot minute ago. One of the presidents said something about like whoever controls the weather controls the world, right? So they've been working on this, you know.
What?
Yeah, it might have even been Eisenhower. It was like a hot minute ago, bro.
That sounds like some Klaus Schwab stuff.
I'll find it. It was a U.S. president said something along the lines of whoever
the
controls
person
the
that
weather.
controls the weather controls the world.
Might have been what's the British guy? Churchill? Might have been him.
That's crazy. That's a crazy thing to say.
So it makes you think, like, you know, of course they're doing that kind of stuff, man. It's all one big psyop, bro. The UAPs.
Vice President Johnson at Southwest Texas State University in 1962 says,
There
"He
you
who
go.
controls the weather will control the world."
What? Like Lyndon B?
Oh, you want to hear something
Who's
wild?
Vice
about
President
that?
Johnson?
Oh, speaking of
Pretty sure
LBJ,
yeah, bro. Okay, you say it. Go ahead.
I didn't watch the video. Did you watch the video?
I did not watch the
Okay,
video.
so it's something that came out. My brother sent it to me.
He's gay with a micro penis.
Okay, well, first, let me just set the stage for a second. Last night, okay, for anybody who's listening to this and not live but recorded, we're doing this the day of the inauguration. So last night, the night before the inauguration, Trump did his little speech, and he said that one of the first things he was going to do is release the JFK files. Something you've been waiting for.
It says, historic JFK assassination tape drops, world exclusive, never before heard audio from former executive director of the DNC and close associate of LBJ, Clifton Carter, admitting that LBJ hired Mac Wallace to assassinate JFK. We posted it on the Infinite Rabbit Hole group, so we'll see how long it stays up.
Whoa!
It's an hour and 26 minute
Is this a
long
deep fake?
recording.
No, I don't think they deep fake something like that.
And it's his voice, and we dropped it on there. It's from band.video.
Who's recording that?
I don't know. Could be deep faked.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They didn't have podcasts back then. Like I would say something like that now, but
Well, they recorded like their phone calls and stuff.
dang, dude, could you imagine being on the phone with your homie for like an hour and 20 minutes? One, sus. Two, being like, let's kill the president. Knowing that, I mean, when you're on that kind of level, knowing that the CIA is hot micing everything and you drop that on the line, come on.
Doesn't even matter. No one got held accountable for it, so screw it, right?
Yeah.
Except
The
the
deep
guy.
state
I
would
guess
be-
the CIA was
Yeah.
kind of wanting them to die anyway because they were
course.
about to disband it.
Of
Wow,
course, man.
dude. Wow, dude.
The deep state is deep, brother. And it's like, you know, that was...
That would be
I
some
mean-
stuff. Imagine being able to say through the phone, knowing full dang well it's being recorded, that you were aware of someone else is planning a presidential assassination, and you know for a fact nothing's going to happen to you if you say that. That's deep.
That's power, man.
So we'll see if like the files really do fully come out and like what's not redacted, and we'll find out, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. But that's as of today, we'll find out.
Yeah.
We're gonna find
Bro.
out.
Dude, if he puts that out there, man.
I mean, look, this kind of ties in what I was saying at the very beginning of this, even though I know I was just like throwing just a
Bunch of
curveball in there
shenanigans.
with just some shenanigans, some QAnon shit.
Yeah.
But like, you know, there is something to, first of all, what I was reading when I was reading like what the breakdown of the law was, that 1871 Act of Columbia or whatever the hell it was. That's real. That part's real. Okay. Now, like, you know, is Trump, you know, the 19th president of the Republic of the United States and not the 47th president of the United States of America? I don't know. It's fun to think about, like some 150-year like deep state coup that has just been ended, and here we go into like some new golden era. Like that sounds fun. But who knows, you know?
I hope it's a golden era. I have a feeling that they didn't start up the old company, though. I have a feeling if anything is to that Trump dog started a brand new company. some new corporation.
I don't know, man. But when you talk about like assassinating JFK, like that was before the second law that I read. I don't remember. I closed it down. I remember I was reading the list of like different things they passed. Right.
Yeah, it was like 73, and he got assassinated in.
Yep. Right after they knocked him out, boom, they passed that final law that like cemented the corporation or whatever. And it's like, I don't know, man. There's something definitely fishy there. And then you talk about like right after that is when we got off the gold standard and they just started printing the money off of credit, just off the word of the United States, right? So like all of those things happened right in the 70s. I don't know. It's interesting, man.
Idiots.
It's interesting. And then the world wars happened in between there. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if your dollar was backed by something, dude? How rich you'd be?
Bitcoin.
When Bitcoin becomes worth 1 Bitcoin, that's going to be a freaking day. That is going to be a day, dude.
Yep.
I'm just, wow. When A equals A, that's just going to be crazy. It's just like, yes, it is what it is. It's self-sustaining now. That's going to be nuts.
Yeah.
For those people that have like 4 Bitcoin. Dang, dude.
You ever hear about that guy when Bitcoin was literally nothing, that had that freaking flash drive and it got misplaced into like a dumpster or something like that? And he had like 18,000 Bitcoin, and that was when it jumped to like $30,000 a coin, and he was freaking out. And now it's at $100,000 a coin. Are you kidding me?
I think something like 5 or 6% of all Bitcoin are what they call stranded sats, stranded Satoshis. They're Bitcoin that are lost forever. People lost the keys to the wallet and they can never access those Bitcoins. So like 5 or 6% of the total supply is just,
dude,
in the void.
Kill yourself.
Yeah, right. That's like some stock market crash and you throw yourself out of a skyscraper window type stuff.
Bro, if I forgot the password to $18 million, I'm ending it.
Checking out, boys.
Yeah, dude. I lost. Hey, I lost. Thanks, life.
Kill yourself.
I'm rage quitting life, dude. I lost.
You know, I felt pretty crappy when I got rid of Dogecoin back when it was in its sub zeros, and I was like, this isn't gonna go anywhere. This is stupid. And then literally, I sold all of it. The next week, I would have made $75,000 because it jumped to like 30 cents.
Oh my god!
And I was
dude,
like, I'm gonna throw myself into traffic. I didn't though.
Yeah.
And now I'm invested into all the other meme coins, and I'm gonna hold on to them until I either die or they, come to fruition.
Yeah, well, the meme coin cycle is about to hit. That's for sure. You're probably going to make money on it, but there's only I've been going down this rabbit hole, bro. There's crypto.
What's
and there's Bitcoin.
$sign Trump thing?
Dude, the new one that just dropped, the Trump coin.
There's also Melania was talking about dropping.
Dude, it was up 40,000%.
Let me tell you what happened, because I went to bed, right? I'm relatively keyed into this space. Okay, so I go to bed, everything's normal, no problem. I go to bed at a normal time because I'm a normal human being. Trump throws the crypto ball, right? All the crypto people in the crypto ball before this inauguration. I'm thinking, okay, cool. He's going to do something with Bitcoin soon. It's going to be great. I wake up the next morning. He already dropped the coin, and it went from like 7 cents or some bullshit, and it was at like $40. Okay, if you'd have put $1,000 in, right, you'd have had like whatever the number is, 40, 50K, 55K
overnight,
right? But then the next day, Melania drops a meme coin. Trump's tanks, rug pull, bam.
Yeah.
Half of it.
Even
And
still,
then
it's
hers
still,
goes up.
It's lost 45% today, but it's still at $33.
So all the fucking Bitcoin nerds on Twitter are just raging because Trump talked a big game about backing Bitcoin, and here he is dropping meme coins.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody who's really into Bitcoin knows that there's Bitcoin and then there's crypto. They're not the same. So it's there's
this one investor guy that I've been watching for years was like, and here's an evidence why Bitcoin is he's been going against Bitcoin forever. He's like, it's gonna fail, it's got all this whatever. And he's like, look at this. It took Bitcoin 20 something years to go up however much percent, and Trump coin went up 40,000% in one night. He's like, meme coin, whatever this thing is, he's like a fancier term for it, is actual like tangible investment, where Bitcoin is like this theoretical thing. And it's like, bro, they rug pulled it like 40 minutes after he posted that. I'm like,
yep.
Gosh, Bitcoin's at $101,000.
That's how it always is, man.
And it's gone down $395 today, and it's still at $101,000.
Yeah, I don't want to go off on another fucking Bitcoin tirade on a podcast. I've done like 10 of those in a row now, but they're not the same. It's not the same. You know, there's crypto
crazy.
and then there's Bitcoin. They're different things, but people aren't quite there yet. So
I'm not there yet. I barely know how the stock market works, but I just like the fun of it.
yeah,
When I got my COVID payment, I threw that into the stock market.
I started.
I'll do you one better, dude. I got my COVID payment. I gave it to the credit card companies. I said, "Here, take it back."
Hell yeah, brother.
I started a blue collar business with that money.
Hell yeah, dude.
Nice.
That's right.
Hell yeah, man. You're unplugging from the Matrix.
Trying to.
He took the plug out and put the Bluetooth headphones in.
So he's right back in it. Just different
Things have been cooking me for sure.
I'm gonna roast you forever till you stop using them.
I need to.
But yeah, no, that's what I mean. Everybody's trying to get some sort of independence from the system, because you used to be able to do that, and that was like real power. You used to be able to go, hey, you know what? I'm not playing by your rules. I'm going to go start my own thing over here. But the world is gridlocked now. And really, I've always had this like conflicting idea in my head where it's like, you can't go and tell. The world has never always looked the way that it looks now. Countries have gotten bigger, smaller, empires come, they go, everything changes. Country lines change or whatever. Some things are kind of stay relatively geographically located, but overall, humans go and conquer and explore. But now everybody's like, no, nobody's allowed to move. No one moves. Everybody stays where they're at. I like it the way that it is. Nobody moves. You stay in Mexico, you stay in Canada, Chinese stay in China, don't do anything with Taiwan, nothing changes. And it's like, that goes against humanity. Conquering people is also anti-human. You're wiping out humans. However, it just is against human nature. So you used to be able to go, you know what? No, I'm not playing by your rules. I'm going to start my own country over here and go out, knock out a couple tribes and start your own country. And you go, that's it. That's my thing now. This is my place and you have your place. And see ya. We got an ocean between us now. And you can't do that anymore. So you got to like find another way to do it. And I guess currency is the way to go, hey, you know what? I'm out of here. You guys suck. I'm doing my own thing and have fun. But even that is like the government's trying to get in on that. Be like, we can regulate this. It's like, get away.
Yeah,
we're running out of places to do this, though.
Yeah, I think that's the battle that we're at, right? I mean, if you want to take like that spiritual warfare thing that we think might be happening, if you bring that into like the physical world that we live in, right? I think that's where we're at right now, right? You have two timelines. We talked about this last time on Shadowban, right? We have two timelines. We have timeline A, which is like humanity fails. We just get wiped back to the Stone Age, right? And then timeline B is like progress, right? The machine grinds forward, right? And we're getting to that point now where it has to be like decentralized or completely controlled, right? Like if you go down that path, there's another fork, right? And that fork is either decentralization, everything is decentralized, or everything is centralized and controlled. And it's like, we're going to keep going down these different paths, you know, if the machine keeps grinding forward. And again, the other option is always just nuke it.
Yeah, nuke it or it collapses. And like, because there's scenarios where they don't have to nuke America. They just wipe out the power grid.
Whatever, yeah, of course.
No war ever starts.
There's a million
and
ways to nuke
We're
it.
isolated over here, you know?
Yeah.
I'm no Christopher Columbus, brother. I'm not hopping in a piece of wood and trying to get across to power. I'm staying here and dying.
Well, I'm betting on decentralization because betting on the other is There's no point. Why would you? Why would you bet on your own demise? So I'm betting on decentralization, right? And when you want to get into the crypto thing, just look at if there's a founder, if there's a CEO, if there's a company, if there's a fucking address, if there's a person behind the crypto, I'm good. Decentralized. There's only one. There's only one that's fully decentralized.
That's the bit.
Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere, is now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+.
Trying to find some real in all the noise.
You always do. The artist you know, the story you don't. See Golden Globes nominee Jeremy Allen White as Bruce Springsteen. Critics are saying it's a career-defining performance.
Let's burn this place down, Johnny.
Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere, now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+. Rated PG-13.
Looking for a simple way to thank your clients or recognize employees for a job well done? A Starbucks card is more than a gift. It's a pick-me-up, a break in their day, and a reminder that you appreciate them. Whether you're shopping for digital or physical cards in bulk, Starbucks cards are the perfect gift to brighten anyone's day. Share the joy of coffee and connection when you give the gift of Starbucks. Shop Starbucks cards in bulk now at starbuckscardb2b.com.
Adobe Acrobat Studio, so brand new. Show me all the things PDFs can do. Do your work with ease and speed. PDF Spaces is all you need. Do hours of research in an instant with key insights from an AI assistant. Pick a template with a click. Now your prezzo looks super slick. Close that deal? Yeah, you won. Do that, doing that, did that, done. Now you can do that with Acrobat. Now you can do that with the all-new Acrobat. It's time to do your best work with the all-new Adobe Acrobat Studio.
How much am I buying, dude? Tell me.
As much as you can.
Oh, I could buy like... Dude, how many zeros after the decimal can I buy, bro?
As much as you can, bro.
10 zeros later down a bit. Point.
Yeah, that's right.
That's me.
I'll hold it for 5 years, bro. You'll be good.
It's got to go up 2 billion% for me to get 1 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of tight, though.
We'll see. Anyways, were we supposed to read something? Did Jeremy have a script for us to read tonight?
No. We didn't even do the intros. Dude, I was just thinking about that. I was like, welcome back to Infinite Rabbit Hole. Jeremy's sick as crap. And so we're doing like a swapcast chat tonight. So, yeah. Welcome to the show, Shadow Band. And I guess
thanks.
It's nice to be on your show, Shadow Band.
Yeah, we'll probably upload this too.
Yeah.
Yeah. People know who it is, bro.
Yeah, if they're watching this show, they know.
Well, I mean, that was the thing, though, is that Jeremy said he doesn't want to do scripts anymore. So it's like, all right, so we're just winging it.
I like to wing it, man.
Off script and on topic.
This has been fun. This has been a cool kind of bouncing around type thing. We've covered a lot of topics and had some good conversations about the really it's the same entity doing all of this doing all this stuff that we just talked about. But yeah, it's been cool. Alphabet soup is going deep. I wonder what this next 4 years is going to hold as far as like how either deep or drained out it gets. We'll see.
I don't know, man. A lot of new that now there's an ERS instead of an IRS. There's going to be the Department of Government Efficiency, and I don't know, man.
One of my buddies sent a meme. It said it had Trump, and it said, "As my first executive order, we'll repeal the ATF and bring back the 1969 Dodge Charger." Like, hell yeah, brother.
About that, dude. I was joking on my lunch break on the inauguration was on. Right before he gets on, I was like, my first act as president is to repeal the presidency. I'm now the king.
Right.
You're never going to steal an election from me again. Like everyone would be like, yeah,
right. I'm now the king.
King Trump, dude.
We're going to make the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. We're bringing back the Panama Canal. It's going to be great.
Yes, that was. I never heard about that, dude. I didn't know.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Whitney,
I didn't know.
Whitney was saying she's like, I don't think I've ever watched a inauguration video like once, and I was like, yeah, me neither. I've never seen it live or watched. We watched Louder with Crowders. They were just talking crap the whole time to Kamala and Joe were refusing to stand up and clap or do anything. But it was just It was just interesting. It was a pretty decent speech. Yes, and we're going to take over. The Moore's right. We're going to take over Canada as the 51st state.
And yes, the more I did watch those videos you linked me, and listen, my take is pretty much videos are videos, man. You know, I'm pretty much the kind of guy. It's like if I can't verify it myself, like I'm with you, right? Now I'm not going to say that like it didn't happen or nobody died or whatever because I don't know.
Give some context, bro. Give some context.
Yeah, the New Orleans
attack or whatever
attack, right? So it's just like the Las Vegas thing or any of the other ones, right? It's like I don't know for sure that it happened or that it didn't happen, right? I'm totally open to either possibility. Yeah, could totally just be Hollywood fucking set. Could be.
Yeah. Gulf of America is going to be sick, dude.
Gulf of America is going to be dope, dude.
And if Canada becomes part of the United States, I'm moving. I'm going to be up there. Land's so cheap up there,
There's
dude.
nobody there. You could
there's
buy
only like 400,000 people in the whole
buy a
country.
million acres and there's no one there. There's like 8 people.
Dude, I'm buying as far as the eye can see, dude.
It's too cold.
Selling the house and I'm buying up there. Be like, find me, dude. Try
it's
to
like
find me.
that movie we were just talking about, Mel Gibson, The Patriot, right? And where he's just like the bad guy. He's like, you know, if I do this, I could never return to England. And they're like, well, what do you want? He's like, tell me about Ohio. Just like take the whole dang thing, right?
Yeah, dude, lots of gold, I'm sure there's oil up there. Ooh, give me a little drill on my land. When you drive through Texas and you see all those people with like drills on their property, I'm like, dude, I want one of those.
Yeah.
I want one of those. Give me that liquid gold, baby. I don't care about contributing to the grid with electric. I want to contribute to the dang ozone getting depleted. Give me that
That's
oil.
right. I do my part.
My wallet, boy. Yeah. I'll sell you my oil. American
Yeah,
made.
dude. Could you imagine contributing to that? Yeah. It'd be kind of neat to go back to like a trade society.
Yeah.
Because you'd be valuable quick. You'd be indispensable real quick. Right now, you're indispensable. We were talking about this last podcast. Where it's like, I have no leverage in society. I contribute nothing.
That's what me and my wife do.
Nothing,
we got chickens. We trade eggs with our neighbors for loaves of sourdough bread, venison, duck when they go hunting and stuff like that. We trade venison for services and all sorts of stuff. Like we're like setting up a freaking general store through our house. Like I'm gonna get bees this next spring, and so we're gonna do honey, and I do syrup in the springtime as well. So trading syrup for things, you know.
Dude, we gotta move, dude.
Yo, are you coming up to Wisconsin with me for UFO days this year?
Me?
Yeah, you. He lives there.
Give me the dates, bro.
You don't want to be here right now. It is literally negative 13 outside without the wind chill. It is so freaking cold.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
That sounds bad. But yeah, give me the dates, brother. We'll be there.
Yeah. Last full weekend of July.
Last weekend in July, bro.
You got it.
Last weekend in July. We're all going. It's going to be a big old thing. So,
heck yeah, dude. Rent the van. Let's drive up.
I'm down.
Drive up. Come on. Let's go.
Let's do it, baby.
I'll tell you what, we got to go to the Destruction Derby. We got to pull out that one day, leave Jeremy at the booth by himself so we can go to the Destruction Derby in Menominee, because I was sad I missed that. That sucked.
I like Derby. We can spin that into podcast something.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could figure it out. There's got to be some conspiracy around Derby that we could get into.
Or we could make our own car and paint it up half Infinite Rabbit Hole, half a Shadow Band, and run it. Send it in. Get a
that would be
Ford Taurus and just send it.
That would be sick, dude.
Yeah, right?
To call it the Shadow Hole.
Dude, somebody sponsor us with a beater vehicle. Have it ready for us when we get up to Menominee. All right. Call the junkyard. Let them know we'll be there to pick it up. All right. We need like a $500 beater that we could turn into the Shadow Band Infinite Rabbit Hole Destruction Derby beater, bro. What do we call it?
Shadow Hole.
Shadow Hole.
Sasquatch milk.
Sasquatch milk.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good dude. Yeah, how much does it cost to get a car in the Derby?
I don't know. It'd be something worth looking into, though, for sure.
Yeah, dude, that'd be kind of sick, dude. Get a dang junker up there and do damage,
dude.
In the name of,
I
like it.
I want the green POS mobile from Trailer Park Boys.
Oh,
that's what I want.
Dude.
Doors missing and everything. Just roll cage
Ricky's
it.
car.
And go. Yeah.
Ricky's house, I should say.
Yeah, Ricky's house. Yeah.
That's
dude, we should challenge. We'll challenge Bill Gates. We'll commission a challenge. Bill Gates, show up with your own Derby car.
Yeah.
And let's get up there.
He got nothing else, bro. He's weak.
Yeah, and then we'll do Zuckerberg too, and then not Jeremy. Jeff will box him afterwards.
The real Bill Gates is been in prison in Guantanamo Bay, bro. You didn't know about this? Once they dissolved the United States of America and reinstated the Republic of the United States, Bill Gates, Fauci, all these schmucks, bro, they were locked in Guantanamo, bro. They've been there this whole time.
The
people you're seeing on TV. People you see on TV are deep fakes and CIA masks, bro.
Got them.
I mean, you've seen his wife, right? How she's possibly some other guy.
What?
Have you seen this?
What you got? Next time, 5 o'clock shadow.
Next time, dude. I got to show you your pictures of this other guy that they're like, this is that guy, and wow, it looks just like this dude.
What is that like? Deeper than the Beau Biden, Joe Biden earlobe thing.
Yeah, that's people don't understand how facelifts work. Like your stuff's getting pulled and pinned back and cut. Like dude's just having a lot of facelifts.
Oh no.
Could be those CIA masks are pretty compelling, bro. You seen those things? They're like ultra realistic. You put one of those things on, like you would not be able to tell.
And then you
that
get the
somebody's
voice
wearing one of
translator
those
thing from what is it? Tom Cruise's movies.
Bro, and they got deep fakes, man. And every single one of these people you've only ever seen on TV anyways. You've never actually encountered any one of these people in person before. Guaranteed. You've only ever seen them on TV or from hundreds of yards away if you might have been at a rally or something like that, right?
I don't know.
Nobody has been like up close and personal long enough to be able to tell
if they've got a zipper.
If they got a zipper or if it's a deep fake video or whatever, right? This is what the Moore would probably say right now. I'm
probably
projecting the Moore's thoughts out here into the internet right now.
It's good to have
literally.
It's good to have a voice for all the listeners.
But it's true, bro. Like you've only ever seen any of these people on TV, and you can't believe anything you see on TV now, bro. AI is too good,
dude.
And it's probably
you want to hear something that was so funny.
You guys seen this?
There was a
actor-based reality right there.
Going back a little bit, right? We're talking about the California wildfires and stuff like that, right? Or just the California fires. Honestly, there's been so many people that have been caught trying to start fires and getting attacked by like the people that live there that it's just unreal. But Newsom got approached by one of his constituents, one of the people that live in Southern California, and she was trying to talk to him about, what's the president going to do about all this stuff, that sort of stuff. And he's just like, actually, I'm on the phone with him right now. She's like, well, put it on speakerphone. I want to hear it. And he's like, oh, well, I'm trying to get a hold of him, but I don't have any cell phone signal. It's like, you piece of, you piece of crap, you terrible person. That's like, oh, jeez. Oh, that guy, the actor. Oh no,
bro.
It's true.
That's the same dude.
That's awesome.
Look at this.
Oh my god.
That's the same person.
That's the same person. Hell yeah.
Bro, I'm telling you,
that doesn't
man.
even look like her. Look at that. That ain't her.
Crisis actors, bro.
Dude.
The actor and the reptilian right there.
This is what she used to look like, dude. Kind of. Now this, come on.
Wait, click on that one on the left, the blue.
It's the doctor from Wild Wild West.
That's a
the guy with
CIA
the fake
mask,
boobs.
bro.
It's all right in front of us.
That's a CIA mask. Look at that.
He was dressing up like a lady in that movie. It's all it's the thing. They just been throwing it.
Click
in
that
faces.
Facebook one right there, the burgundy background right in the middle.
Like that's what she looked like. And then this, come on, dude. I mean, get out of town, dude. I don't know. They ain't canceled for this.
These
That's
people,
a dude.
These people probably don't even exist, dude. These people probably don't even exist.
That's wild.
Dude, I couldn't remember what the guy's name was, so I just Googled Melinda Gates is a man. The first thing that came up was AI. It said, no, Melinda Gates is not a man. She is a woman. And I was like, nah, dude. I scrolled down, found the pictures. It's like, it's so funny.
Yeah, bro. Actor-based reality. Those people don't even exist, dude. Joe Biden's not even a real person, dude. Trump's not even a real person, bro.
Trump's looking good, dude.
No,
Trans.
yeah, right. Jeez.
That's funny.
That's good.
Well, boys, we've been at this for like an hour and a half. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to go get some food in me.
Sounds good.
Let's go.
I got to continue this 3D print.
What's up, Terts?
Print me something cool, man.
I already printed cool stuff. Look, I got a rock lobster right here.
No, print me something cool.
I'll print it for you, but I ain't going to send it to you, just like your poster and your shirt.
Your shit. Whatever. All right, guys. Well, I mean, I don't have the ability to shut this thing off.
All right. Well, I'll shut it off then. All right. This has been a swap cast of Shadow Band and Infinite Rabbit Hole. Y'all have a great night. Bye.
Adios.
Muchachos.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for checking out the Infinite Rabbit Hole podcast. If you're looking for more of our stuff, head on over to infiniterabbithole.com, where you can find links to all the podcast players that we are available on, and even our video platforms such as TikTok and YouTube. While you're there, make sure to check out all the links for our socials and hit that follow so you know when all the new stuff from our podcast comes out. And until next time, travelers, we'll see you right here in the next fork in the path of the Infinite Rabbit Hole. Goodbye.
E-commerce moves fast. Your analysis should too. Understand performance instantly with Luma by Decile, the AI analyst that transforms your data into clear, actionable insights without the wait. Ready to move faster and think smarter? Take a self-guided product tour at Decile. DECILE.com.
Well, the holidays have come and gone once again, but if you've forgotten to get that special someone in your life a gift, well, Mint Mobile is extending their holiday offer of half off unlimited wireless. So here's the idea. You get it now, you call it an early present for next year. What do you have to lose? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Limited time 50% off regular price for new customers. Upfront payment required. $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds may slow after 50 gigabytes per month when network is busy. See terms.